Alrighty, so of course I'm late because I don't go over JP stuff all that often when it very first comes out. But we officially know what the next banner is going to be right after the Ragnarok banner. So that is pretty interesting, and I'm not sure how to feel completely about it, but I've looked at her skills and everything, and this new Midsummer Roxy does seem kind of cool. I don't know whether or not she's going to be actually very good or not. Obviously, whenever this patch comes out on Thursday for the JP and Korean servers, that'll give them pretty much an entire month to test out this character against Purgatory Bond to see whether or not it's actually worth going for her or not. But I do kind of like her skill set and everything like that. I'm kind of cool. I mean, I like the fact that they're coming out with a new Roxy. Roxy's probably one of the coolest of the 7 catastrophes in my opinion. But I don't know. I feel like they're either going to try to bait you out with the whole like waifu status sort of thing with this banner and like try to get people to summon for it just because it's Roxy in a bikini, or they're going to try to market it as like a counter to Bond, which I'm not quite sure yet. I think that she has potential to counter Bond, but we'll just have to see. So let's just go over the whole patch notes just because I think there's some pretty cool stuff in here. So this new Roxy is a blue unit, speed unit, which is pretty cool. Her her passive is UV block. There may end up being different translations to these actual names and stuff like that once they come to the actual game for the global servers, because they do change stuff around a little bit. But it says every time the hero's ultimate move gauge is completely filled, all allies gain a one-time evasion to enemy attacks and debuffs for 1 turn, excludes deathmatch. So this is really interesting. So basically, you ult rush with Roxy, you get evasion on all of your, like your whole team for 1 turn, which means they can't hit you with attacks with debuffs. The only thing that they can really hit you with is an ultimate. And then, you know, that pretty much just gives you an entire turn of setup, as long as they're not just barraging you with ultimates, I guess. That's going to be the biggest thing about it, is if you're just moving cards around and stuff with Roxy and they see it coming, they're probably just going to start building ults on their character so they can hit through the evasion with an ult. But I don't know. It may end up working out pretty decently. The other one is Insane Surfer. Inflicts damage equal to 500% of attack on 1 enemy. Fills the ultimate move gauge by 2 orbs. So she does have sort of like Lost Veins single target attack, or Green Escanor's single target attack, where the higher, I think at level 2 you gain 1 ultimate move gauge orb, and at level 3 you gain 2 ultimate move gauge orbs. And it's basically just going to be just a way to sort of rush your ultimate a little bit faster, which obviously you kind of need it with this sort of passive. And then her ultimate, if you didn't know, this is the regular ultimate that all the other Roxys have as well. But once you use the ultimate, it actually fills the ultimate move gauge orb by 2 orbs again. So it's pretty easy to just keep recycling her ultimate. So it may be kind of like, I think that it's a really smart move for them to come up with a passive like this to play off of the fact that she can get ultimates faster. Because, I mean, you know, if you gain 2 ultimate move gauge orbs right after you use an ultimate, and then you use a gold card, using the card is going to gain you 1 ultimate, then the effect of the card is going to gain you 2 more, and then you literally have your ultimate again. So you can use your ult, use a gold card, and then you've got another ult next turn. So it's pretty interesting that you can like stack them back to back to back, kind of like that. Obviously it takes a little bit of setup. You're probably going to have to run Gother or maybe Shin on the team, so that way you can actually rank up your cards. Which might be kind of interesting. Obviously, she's a human. I know that the Green Roxy has a lot to do with like buffing humans and stuff like that, but it doesn't seem like this one has anything like that, so you can run her with other units. So Gother isn't out of the question here. But I don't know, the meta's pretty human heavy at the moment with the 1 Escanor and like Excalibur Arthur and obviously Purgatory Bond. So we'll just kind of have to see how it works out. We'll see what the JP and Korean players come up with for that. The other skill that I didn't go over was inflicts damage equal to 180% of attack on all enemies and disables attack skills for 2 turns. So it's basically just like Red Gother's attack card or a debuff card where it actually just attack seals them for 2 turns on gold card, attack seals them for 1 turn on a silver card. So I think that's pretty good, because honestly, it's just going to make it to where Purgatory Bond can use his buff, but he's not going to be able to attack. And it also works out pretty good on the one Escanor, because he has two attack cards. They don't become debuffs or anything like that, so you can seal him as long as his passive doesn't peak out and make him immune to debuffs and stuff like that. So pretty interesting. Obviously, we have Roxy right there. I guess this outfit right here is probably the SR version, where it's like the full bodysuit, and then I'm assuming this is the UR outfit, or it may be vice versa. I don't think we know just yet, but I think it's a pretty cool outfit. I mean, it's got like the little frills and stuff on it. I think it's kind of cool. But this is the main part about it. It's a 10-step up banner that they're doing this on, which is really nice. I'm really glad that they're not just completely just going left field and making every single banner a 600 or 900 mileage banner. Like, it's been, we just had the Excalibur Arthur banner as a step up banner, and it was so nice that you could just spend like a little over 200 gems and get a new character. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous going to the 600 and 900 mileage mark, especially with some of these 600 mileage characters not really being worth it. Like, in my opinion, the Mark II Valenti banner, where it was her and Red Easton coming out, I think that banner probably would have benefited more from being a 10-step banner, because going to the 600 mileage mark just to get Mark II Valenti, who was immediately phased out by the meta, really wasn't worth going for or anything like that, in my opinion. A lot of people ended up skipping that one. I went for it because I really like Awakened Valenti. But yeah, it's really nice to see that the 10-step banners are coming back. So it is going to be a 0.5% rate on Roxy herself, and then the rest of the banner is just completely chocked full of the 7 Disasters characters, which could be really good for you if you don't have some of these characters. Maybe you skip some of the ones in the past. So yeah, you have Easton. This is the green Easton because it's Sunny Vacation, Doombringer, Mage Lilia. I think this Doombringer one is... I'm pretty sure that's the green Lilia, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or it's the newer red Awakened Lilia. I'm not too positive on that one, to be honest. This is blue Valenti, Advent of Destruction, Lilia of Desire. I think that is actually the red Lilia. So this one up here is the green one, and then Mastermind Mage Lilia is the blue one that people use with like Pierce comps and stuff like that. And then you have regular green Valenti. It doesn't look like the other Mark II Valenti is actually on this banner, which is kind of a little bit of a disappointment, but she's been on banners in the past as well. They did add her to a couple of banners here and there. So maybe you've already pulled her at this point, but she's not going to be on here, which honestly, like I said, is honestly pretty fine. Like, you have to build a pretty niche set for her that deals with like crit resistance to get the most out of her. And like I said, she's pretty much been phased out by the meta at this point, so she's not going to really be all that useful unless you just wanted her as a character. Then it's a little bit unfortunate. But the rest of the characters are pretty standard stuff. You've got one of the other Roxys. I think this is just regular red Roxy, Shepherd of Death, mono. I can't remember if this is the blue one or not. I actually don't think this is the blue one. I think this is the other one, the red one, which is the really bad one. Camilla's on here. I'm really looking forward to them making a new Camilla unit, honestly. There needs to be one, because all of the other I think at this point all of the other 7 Disasters have at least one extra character, whereas Camilla still only has the very first one, the transforming one. So if you don't know how step up works, the second step of the step up is like a 1 gem multi, which is really nice. Step 5 is a guaranteed SSR at the very least. Step 7 is another 1 gem multi, which is really nice. And then on step 10, you're guaranteed to get the new character. Sometimes they end up doing 2 characters on a step up banner, which makes it to where you have to go to step 10 to get the first character, and then basically it resets with step 10 being the second character at that point, so you have to go through the thing twice. But luckily this is just a 1 character banner. So yeah, you just go to step 10, you get the new Roxy, easy peasy there. So I think that's why, actually, depending on how she ends up being in the meta, because it's only 242 gems, I think I might end up going for this one, just because she does seem like she has a really interesting kit. But yeah, I don't know. It may end up being a skip banner for most. Just depends on how she ends up playing well in the meta against Purgatory Bond. So there are some new outfits, which is kind of nice. They are making a new Lost Vein outfit, which actually pairs pretty nicely, because the patch before this one for Global is going to be the Ragnarok update. So if you want to, you can save up and get a outfit for Lost Vein, which will work with the new blue Lost Vein that comes out with the Ragnarok update. They are releasing a summer outfit for the one Escanor as well. I don't think I really like that. Plus, I already have all of the one Escanor cosmetics like completely maxed out, and they're all UR, so I don't really need any more cosmetics for him at this point. I feel like most players are probably going to be in that same boat where if they went really hard on upgrading Escanor, they probably don't need an extra UR set at this point. So unless you just want it for the cosmetic look, then it's probably going to be a skip for most. And then it looks like this is going to be another Purgatory Bond outfit, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I don't really care too much for the aesthetic of it, to be honest. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the next update that we get is going to have a chef's outfit or something like that for Purgatory Bond that they got on the JP and Korean version of the game, which will actually make it to where you will be able to have a full set of UR cosmetics for Bond. So if you get the chef's outfit and like the set for that and everything like that, I don't think you'll end up needing this set for UR cosmetics. So just depends, I guess, on how you want to play it. But some of these might end up having interesting substats on them, who knows. But more often than not, I don't think this is going to really be all that worth it. Other than that, they are bringing back the summer outfits for some of the regular characters. So base Meliodas, Elizabeth and Hawk, looks like Giant Deanne. This is just regular Nunchuck Bond, Skinny King, Gother, Merlin. So if you missed out on any of these like swimsuit outfits or anything like that for some of the characters, I know a lot of people really use the Jericho one and the Merlin one. And then yeah, there's a couple of other ones here that they ended up giving out, which were pretty nice. I think I ended up buying this one right here, but I don't even think that this one was considered to be a swimsuit. I think this one was just one of her like cosmetics. So I don't really know why that one's there, but I definitely have this one. I don't know, but some of these characters are obviously like super out of date and you probably don't even need costumes for them. But if you don't have the Gother one, Gother's obviously a really safe bet. He's on a lot of teams and stuff like that for PvE and PvP. So, you know, if you need cosmetics, feel free to grab them. But a lot of these other characters just really aren't all that useful anymore. So I guess maybe you don't worry about those as much. And what is this? Okay. So Special Missions Part 1. Clear World Quest last episode. Clear Event Boss 5 times. Use Exchange Shop 5 times. Bingo 10 times. And you get a card pack. I have no idea what that is. I don't know. I think we may just have to wait till you get another card pack right here too. I don't really know what those cards are. That's kind of interesting. I mean, we definitely don't have those in the game or anything like that. And you get a card pack right here on the second, whatever this is. Get some free cosmetics for Roxy as well. I'm assuming she's probably going to have a costume bonus, like a costume set bonus, where if you have the full costume on, it's probably going to do something. Maybe, I don't know for sure. Maybe not, because the Summer Valenti and Summer Easton didn't have one, but they do have extra cosmetics and stuff like that. It looks like they're bringing back one of the bosses. I think this is Beast Gloom, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's not Gloom. I can't remember all of their names at this point. But you are going to be able to get some of the summer cosmetics for your tavern at this point. I don't remember if any of them are actually anywhere near good, but I don't know. It's a tavern cosmetic set that you can get if you really want it. Final boss Drole Glox, which is really cool. I actually am really interested in that. Like, I feel like they really did a good job with these. I don't know what Drolle's lower half looks like in this, but I kind of like those like rock arms and stuff like that. And Gloxinia's outfit looks actually really, really cool. I was so disappointed with Derrieres, man. I can't handle it. But that's pretty cool, honestly. I kind of like both of those outfits, so that'll be pretty cool to go for whenever they come out. I don't know how easy they're going to be, but if it's like any of the more recent final bosses, it'll probably be very easy, and you can probably auto the hardest difficulty. So yeah, it looks like the Drole cosmetic is going to be the one that you have to get at least top 50% to unlock, which is kind of understandable. I think he's probably the cooler of the two, but I don't know. That Gloxinia one is actually really sick. So it looks like you can just get that one out of the exchange shop, and then new packs, bundles and stuff like that you can buy. Here's what the summer furniture does. Like I said, I don't think any of these are like super great. Actually, this one right here is Seaside Decoration, increases deathmatch timer by 100 minutes. That one's honestly really good. That means you can just like pull up your demons and stuff like that, and once you have the demons, they'll have like a much longer timer, so you don't have to get to them within, like, I think the default timer is like 30 minutes or something like that. I think there is a cosmetic that actually makes it better than 100 minutes. Like, I think it increases it by 120 minutes or something like that, so it's like 2.5 hours or something. But this one is honestly a pretty nice like medium for that. Like, it's not quite as good, but it's still very, very good. So that one might be the one that you want to go for if you're a newer player and you missed out on it. And it looks like this is what the card system is, which is really interesting. New artifact card system. Artifact system will be added to boost team stats. When equipping teams with artifact cards, the whole team will receive the boosted stats. If there are set effects for the artifacts, an additional set effect will be activated. Alright, so it seems like this is going to be like a brand new, like full-fledged mechanic to the game. I don't know how to feel about that, but maybe it won't be anything super, super crazy. I don't know. At this point, maybe it's something cool enough to like keep players engaged. I don't know. We'll have to see how this actually works. But it seems like you just kind of pick a card, equip it to your team's set, maybe. Like, looks like you have 5 card slots that you can equip to a team, and then this specific card maybe increases your attack by 71, defense by 113, and your HP by 495. So I don't know, that's actually really interesting. If you obtain a dupe artifact card, it will turn into plate card. Plate card will be stored in the inventory / material, or under material. Plate cards can be used as artifact enhancing materials. Card information you can get common through UR rarity. Card types, characters, monsters, story background, and special cards. Artifact cards and card pack obtainable list or location is new daily mission, Clear Tower of Yggdrasil, new patrol missions, training grotto you can get them from, boss battle hell, deathmatch hell, knighthood boss battles, brawl shop, PvP shop, knighthood shop, coin shop, chapter 1 through 4 village shop. Okay, so it's looking like they're going to make it really, really accessible. Remark, obtainable at every level of goddess amber. So the yellow ambers in the training grotto are the ones that it'll drop from. Stage rewards, certain probability, so it'll be a % chance to drop on boss battles and death matches. I kind of wish they wouldn't add more stuff to the deathmatch draw, like drop rates, because I already hate drawing like equipment stones and just treasure chests and stuff like that. I would much rather just have the actual boss materials and stuff like that, but I guess it is what it is. So, and then it looks like knighthood boss battle is a personal reward. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm assuming kind of like they added SSR equipment and stuff like that can drop. Maybe it just has a probability drop, kind of like that. But I guess they would say that. I don't know what it means by personal reward there. So it looks like they are bringing back season 4 on JP in Korea, which is kind of weird because they literally just changed hours. Like, they're changing it this coming up Sunday to who was it? I think it was Kelak, and then I guess they're going to change it back to the new one after a little bit. I can't remember what his name is, but it's like Belgius or something. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. Ungeared PvP rule. Oh no. At the start of the battle, gain a shield with 10 HP. As long as the shield is up, all damage caused by skills will be 1. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Looks like there's going to be rewards. I don't know exactly what this is, but if you get first place, you get 100 diamonds, which is obviously quite a lot. I guess this is like maybe top 100 in ungeared. I don't know how to feel about that. That is very odd. I wonder if using skills that like hit multiple times in one animation and like you get multiple numbers per hit, I wonder if that will be the key to getting rid of that HP shield. Like if you use an attack, almost like Lost Veins AoE card, for example, how when he hits, it like puts up a whole bunch of numbers and it stacks up to a grand total. I wonder if all of those are going to do 1 HP, so you could potentially beat through the like 10 HP on the shield quicker. I don't know. That sounds kind of weird. We'll have to see how that plays out as well. New story battle events as well. And then system changes. Part 3 banner available for daily discount draw. So, yeah, they did just get the Part 3 banner on JP, which is actually pretty cool. So if you haven't ever played JP or Korea, they actually do a daily discount draw where instead of watching an advertisement to get a free draw, they do 1 diamond, they do a discount almost, where instead of 3 diamonds for a single summon on the banner, they do 1 diamond to summon summon for a single 1 time a day, which I don't like as much. I would much rather just watch a 30-second ad to get a free draw. But it looks like they're moving that to the Part 3 banner, which is kind of interesting for them. I don't know if they're going to end up doing the daily discount draw for us at some point, but yeah, we still have our ad draw on Part 1 banner, so hopefully they change ours to at least the Part 2 banner at some point. But yeah, they're getting moved to the Part 3 banner, so that's kind of interesting. And then it looks like Thonar and Sigurd are going to be added to the Race Draw 1, and human tickets, Blue Losswing Meliodas added to Race Draw 2 tickets. So that is actually really interesting. It looks like the Ragnarok characters and stuff like that aren't going to be treated like any, I mean, as far as them being on regular banners, they may be only added to like Ragnarok banners and stuff like that, kind of like the OC characters are, like the 7 catastrophes and stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see on that, but they are getting added to the actual, like, the ticket summon draw banners as well. So that's kind of cool. If you're really looking forward to these characters and maybe you don't want to draw on their banners or whatever, you can start stockpiling tickets and stuff like that to maybe try to pull them that way. So that's actually kind of interesting. So I don't know. Obviously, this was a very long, very interesting, patch for the JP and Korean versions of the game. We should get this stuff roughly within a month of, them getting it on their version. So that way it'll come out on global. But yeah, I think the most interesting thing is these card packs and this new card system where you gain stats and stuff like that depending on what cards you have equipped on your team. I really don't know how to feel about it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more content in the future. I don't normally go over a whole lot of JP and Korea stuff, but if it's something interesting, I try to jump in. So that is pretty much it. Like I said, if you want to, feel free to stick around, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.